Good morning, students. So, in the last lecture, we have done the explanation of the poem Keeping Quiet of your Flamingo. Now, in this lecture, we'll discuss about the literary devices used in the poem, as well as the written textual questions will be given to you to write and learn the same. Now students, first of all comes literary devices used in the poem. So literary devices means the figures of speech, how poet has used poetic devices to make the poem attractive and meaningful, that are known as literary devices. So the poet has used symbols and comparisons in this poem to explain how one can end conflicts, wars, and activities that are leading to death of our civilization. So students, many of the symbols and images are used in the poem. Then first of all, I am talking about the literary device that is used in the poem is alliteration. Alliteration, alliteration is the repetition of initial consonants in nearby words. जो हमारे पोइम में वर्ड्स यूज़ किए होते हैं, तो एक सिंगल लाइन में जो कॉन्सोनेंट्स वर्ड से सेम कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड से स्टार्ट होने वाले जो वर्ड्स हैं वो एलिट्रेशन डिवाइस होती है, जिसमें हम सेम कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड के वर्ड्स को यूज़ करते हैं. तो एलिट्रेशन यूज्ड हियर इज़ वी विल. सो यू कैन सी W is used in both of the words that are coming together. We would. Then once on. O. The consonant word once on. Sometimes it is the sound and sometimes it is the starting letter. His, her, hands. So H sound is used in all the three consecutive words. So that is the alliteration. Next comes antithesis. Antithesis means two opposite ideas are put together in a contrasting effect. So in a sentence, to make a good contrasting effect, if two opposite ideas are put together, opposite ideas means एकदम से दोनों का जो मीनिंग है वो उल्टा है, बट दे आर यूज इन अ सिंगल सेंटेंस. सो हियर इट इज़ count to 12 and we will all keep still. Means the poet is emphasizing here to count also, and then he is emphasizing on keeping still. Means both the contradictory things are put together. Next comes repetition. Repetition here is used in the poem in the line without rush, without engine. So without word is repeated here. That's why the poetic device used is repetition. Then metaphor. Metaphors, students, that metaphor is a device that is used for an indirect comparison. It's not a direct comparison, but it is an indirect comparison. So here it is used as in two types of sentences, like in the shade and put on clean clothes. So how in the shade is a metaphor? In the shade means just as shade protects us from the harsh sun. जैसे जलती हुई तेज़ धूप से हमें शेड जो है, छाया जो है वो बचाती है. Then the same way we will protect and shelter each other as brothers. कि अगर हम सभी एक ब्रदरहुड की भावना से रहें तो हम एक दूसरे को प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं और एक दूसरे को शेल्टर प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. Thus here the poet emphasizes on love, to live in peace and harmony. So that is in the shade. Now next is put on clean clothes. Put on clean clothes means The poet wants to emphasize peace and change in one's perspective. So those who are involved in the destructive activities, the poet wants them to put on clean clothes so that they can get the time to quiet introspect, and quiet introspection will make us comprehend the destructive nature of wars. तो जो wars की जो destructive natures हैं उन सब को छोड़ के वो अपने आप को, अपनी सोल को पर्च करेंगे, क्लीन करेंगे, दैट इज़ पुट ऑन क्लीन क्लोथ्स. नेक्स्ट कम्स ब्रदर्स. ब्रदर्स मीन्स brothers here is a symbol of mankind. Then imagery. Imagery used in the poem is in the words cold sea. Imagery is means sometimes the poet uses descriptive language to make the meaning more effective. So he wants to put some images in our mind or to appeal to any of our senses so that we can experience, we can feel the reality, the gravity of that thing. So imagery used here is in the cold sea, कि किस तरह जो sea है, वैसे तो sea हमारा जो है that is always in a vibrant mode, वो एक्टिव रहता है, दैट इज़ नॉट स्टिल, बट हेयर इट इज़ रिटन कोल्ड सी, कि जिसमें जो सॉल्ट गैदरर है उसको अपने हैंड्स की तरफ ध्यान देने को टाइम मिले. तो इस तरह से दैट इज़ द इमेजरी. Next is personification. Personifications means if non-living things are being described or represented as the living beings, that is known as personification. Here the example of personification is earth can teach us, means earth here behaves as a teacher. So now students comes the question answers that I am giving you. So write and learn the questions given, and after that a practice assignment is being given to you. So 2 questions you have to do on your own in minimum 50 to 80 words. So thank you students, that's all for today.